Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Steven from Chuck Extreme Productions, and I have another DVD Blu-ray update for you guys. It's been probably since about February since I've done another one of these, but I've got a big load of stuff, around 50 movies to talk about and show you guys. I'm going to try to have one more Blu-ray DVD update coming for you guys in next month before I actually leave for school. And I'll try to have as many things as I can, probably not as much as I would like to, but I have a good amount of things right now, so we'll see what happens. But let's start with the Blu-rays, and this one I remember seeing in criminal justice class. A buddy of mine kept begging my teacher, and he eventually caved in, and surprisingly it was the first time I saw it, and I fell in love with it, and of course it's my cousin Vinny. This one I just found was pure Joe Pesci at his best, about these two kids who get blamed for a murder, and the one kid calls his cousin Vinny, who's a lawyer, and you basically see the trial happen, and some people think the trial parts are boring. I find them hilarious. If you're a Joe Pesci fan, this is definitely one to check out. And another Joe Pesci one, I found this at Target for about $5, I think. And I can't believe I didn't have this one. I don't even have Casino yet, but of course that one is Goodfellas. There isn't really much I can say that hasn't been said, but it's Goodfellas. I haven't even saw it on Blu-ray yet, so... this one I got also at Target. It was about $7, and surprisingly I have not seen this one until now, and that's Zombieland. This one is a load of fun mixed with zombies. I absolutely love it. I was truly living under a rock. I can't believe I have never seen Zombieland until now. This one I actually haven't seen yet. I just got it because I also have the original in this pile, and it's Chromeskull, Laid to Rest 2. If anybody knows anything about it, let me know. I heard it actually wasn't as good as the original, but I like the original, so maybe the sequel's good. This one, I only got it mainly because it's out of print now and it's going for quite a bit, and I know that the 40th anniversary Blu-ray is going to be coming out in September. A lot of releases are coming out in September, the Halloween box set, and now this, but I had to get it, and it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this is the same, this is all the same things as the DVD. But I just wanted to get it mainly because it's out of print, and I want to start getting basically all the Texas Chainsaw DVDs. Not just each movie individually, but every release, because that's probably the one franchise that I want to have everything of. But this one is actually out of print now, and I found it for about $5, surprisingly, online. But I don't think you can get it for under $20, I'm pretty sure. But it's Texas Chainsaw, and I had to get it. And let's see, this one I got at Target as well. This one was about $9.99, and I wanted to upconvert to Blu-ray anyway, and I wanted to see the two special features on it. And it's a Scream 5 film set, and this one has the Still Screaming Ultimate Scary Movie Retrospective and Scream the Inside Story. I really like the documentaries on these. I really like seeing how Kevin Williamson wrote the script, mainly because he needed the money. I really like seeing documentaries like that, but I know there are a lot of other different Scream Blu-ray box sets out there, but this is probably the one to get. I know there's the ones with the, I think there's a Steelbook, and there's one with the mask, so I don't know if those are any good or not. And then the last Blu-ray I got, I know I only got a small handful, but I've been wanting this one forever, and I finally found it for a good price, and that is Chucky, the complete collection on Blu-ray. And I mainly got this, once again, to upconvert to Blu-ray and to see Curse of Chucky, which I absolutely loved. I love Curse of Chucky. There are some things in it that I didn't like, but the whole premise of the movie I absolutely loved. And I'm actually looking forward to the sequel of it. But for any Child's Play fan, any Chucky fan, this is definitely one to check out. And now we'll be moving on to the DVDs. This one I did a review of, but I'm just going to show it anyway because it was part of this update. And it's, of course, Dan Kinnaman, Levi Paratek's Adjust Your Tracking, the Untold Story, the VHS Collector. I still haven't seen Rewind this. I heard good things about it, so one day I'm going to check it out, but This one was just amazing. It's a documentary basically documenting the experiences and the life of VHS, documents the collectors, the people who worked with VHS back when it was thriving, and now when it was dying out, and now when it's kind of being resurrected almost. But for any VHS fan, VHS collector, anybody who makes these collection or update videos on YouTube anyway, this is one to check out. I guarantee you will love it. And this one actually, I got this from VHitFest.com. I'm pretty sure they still sell them on there, but the actual 2-disc DVD and yeah, the 2-disc DVD can be found on Amazon now, and you could actually buy it at Best Buy, which I find awesome. Of course, support my friends at VHitFest.com. Next one I got, I was really stoked to watch this. It's put out by Severin, and it's called Video Nasties, The Definitive Guide. And this is a 3-disc set, and this is basically, I'll show you off inside, the artwork in it is fantastic. Disc 1 is basically a documentary talking about the video nasties and why certain movies were banned in the UK. Really interesting documentary. The second disc shows all the trailers for the original 39 titles that were banned in the UK. And disc 3 has the original trailers for the 33 films that were banned, but then subsequently acquitted and removed from the DPP's list. Really awesome stuff. If you're a fan of the video nasties, or if you're starting to get into them, like I only have a small handful, but if anybody wants a proper list, because I know not all of them are accurate, this is the perfect source to go to. Just amazing. The next one I got, this one's a Jeff Burr film, and you guys know, huge fan of Jeff Burr, awesome friend of mine, and I was surprised to find this put out under a different title and under a different company. The original VHS, which I have, is put out by Full Moon, of course, but this one is put out by, I believe, a third-party company, Moonbeam Films, and the original title is Phantom Town, but as you can see by the DVD, they put it out as Spooky Town, and this is kind of the same cover, but with different people. But the story of this one is basically these 3 kids, their parents go away and they have a party, and their parents get lost. They're on the phone with them and they say they're in this town called Longhand. So there's no word of them for a few days, and then they decide to go look for them, and they eventually stumble across the town, which is kind of like an old western town set in the late 1800s. And there's a hotel there where they sign into, and it turns out if you sign your name into the book, you basically sell your soul. And it's a really fun one, really cheap, you know, some awesome slime effects. I've been watching this movie since I was about 6-7 years old, and I still watch it. It's always one to put a smile on my face. It's basically Goosebumps, but like bigger budget, and yeah, pretty much a bigger budget version of Goosebumps, but altogether awesome. And this one Jeff actually sent me, and this is never before seen footage from Phantom Town, from the shoot shot by John Patrick White, the star of it. And it was just awesome seeing what was going on. It's not really documentaries, it's just John Patrick White picking up the camera and shooting some things. I love stuff like that, and once again, Jeff, thank you so much for sending that to me. Gotta love Jeff Burr. Oh my god, the next one I got, I don't know what I was thinking with this. I had this on VHS a long time ago. I probably still have it, I don't know. But I had this, I used to always watch the videos on, you know, like construction tools and trains, and I found this one on DVD. I'm like, what the hell, it was only like 50 cents or so. And it's just called Gus and Sam's Train and Construction Adventure. You be the judge on this one, but it was cheap. It was, you know, a piece of nostalgia, so I figured, what the hell, might as well want to check it out again. And this one, I actually did a review on this on Body Bags, and I'm actually really surprised that a company like Midnight Releasing put this out. Truthfully, it doesn't really seem to be a Midnight Releasing type movie, and this one's All American Zombie Drugs. This one I did not like. I really didn't like this movie. You know, the actors, some were good and some were just like, move on. But it's basically about these two people who want to get into drug dealing, making their own business, and they eventually, after being swindled with one deal, they eventually come up with their own drug, and you know what happens there. But it just happened too late in the movie, happened too quickly, and I just didn't like it. I really can't recommend this any more than what I'm saying. But if you're a fan of Midnight Releasing and you like their stuff, then you might want to give it a go. This one I really did enjoy, and I'm really happy I saw this. It was a little pricey when I got it. I'm not sure how it is now, but this one is Birth of the Living Dead. This is basically a documentary talking about, you know, the making of Night of the Living Dead, talking about how it has a big impact on society, and other movies. I really liked how they showed, apart from, well, they showed the cover from Tai Chi's Zombie Bloodbath trilogy in this, and I thought that was really cool. But really awesome documentary. If you love horror documentaries, zombie documentaries, or if you love Night of the Living Dead, this is absolutely one to check out. Let's see, the next one, this is the only IFC pickup, I think, for this update. IFC, I love their stuff, I love IFC Midnight, but sometimes their stuff just can be a little too pricey sometimes. Even at FYE, they price it really high. And I got this mainly because a lot of my classes involved criminal law and forensics, and we had a whole thing on serial killers, so I thought maybe this one would be interesting, and it's called The Jeffrey Dahmer Files. This one was actually a really well-made documentary talking about Jeffrey Dahmer when he lived in his apartment. It interviews some of the police officers, the detectives, even interviews some of the neighbors, and there are actually some dramatizations in here, just basically showing some parts of Dahmer's life. Really interesting documentary. If any of you guys like serial killer documentaries, this is one of the better ones for sure. IFC definitely does a great job with all their stuff, and that is one. The next one, this is by Psychic Junkie Films, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this one, and a lot of people say that it was, you know, okay, but, you know, the trailer was absolutely bizarre when I saw this. And I remember a while ago, Psychic Junkie Films, their YouTube inboxed me saying, would love to see you do a review on this sometime, so that'll be coming up soon, I promise. And this one is called Hate Crime. This one was absolutely crazy. It's basically a found footage / home invasion movie about a Jewish family who just moved into this new house. They're having a birthday party for their youngest son, and these neo-Nazis end up breaking into the house and terrorizing and killing off one by one this family. Really bizarre. Actually kind of disturbing. Not the most disturbing I've seen, but I was a little bit disturbed. You know, it disturbs me when I see people persecute others for their race, religion, or stuff like that. But very, very hardcore. If you're into the home invasion, neo-Nazi, found footage type movies, this is one that has balls, I'm telling you. It was very well made too, and I actually liked it. Liked it very much. The next one I got, I actually haven't seen this one, but I've heard mixed things about it, and I figured, why not? And it's called Bong of the Dead. This is probably one Moods would absolutely love, but if anybody knows anything about this, let me know. Alright, let's see what we got next. The next one, Anthony Poloni actually sent this one to me, and I have the official DVD put out by Sub Rosa, but this one was never released before, and it's called Among Us. And Anthony does this once in a while. He'll send me some, we'll have an exchange sometimes. He'll send me some things, I'll send him some other things. And last time he sent me actually an unreleased copy of Dweller, which I thought was really cool. But this one is an unreleased version of Among Us, Poloni Brothers John McBride film. And let's see, who else is it? Bob Dennis is also in this, Todd Carpenter, and basically Poloni Brothers regulars, basically about this crew that set off in an expedition to find Sasquatch. Really, really fun movie. It was fun seeing John McBride act as that type of character. But this one was originally going to be put out by Poloni Brothers Entertainment, but never made it. But it was a really awesome one to get, and thank you again, Anthony, for sending this. And you could find the official DVD, I believe, on Amazon for pretty cheap. Let's see. The next one I got, this one I got from Amazon UK. I'm surprised it doesn't have a Moonbeam Entertainment release or a Full Moon Entertainment release, but this one was put out by Prism Leisure, and looks like Full Moon actually licensed it or helped put it out. But this one is Frankenstein and the Werewolf Reborn, 2 Jeff Byrne movies. Basically, Goosebumps meets the classic monsters. Really fun stuff. You know, you can find the VHSs pretty easily, but if you're looking for an actual DVD, I believe Amazon UK still has them. Really fun. Really love these. Another 2 movies that I watched a lot in my youth. And these next 3 I just found in my garage, so I'm just going to show them. The American President. Don't know. Let's see. Indecent Proposal, which I actually hear is a good movie according to Jimmy Pop of the Bloodhound Gang. And another one which looks pretty interesting. Felon. Don't know anything about them. The next one I got, this one is from, let's see, who put this out? Image put this out, and this is a David Lee Fisher film. Really, really interesting movie, and it's The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, the remake. This one was very interesting. Basically a remake of the original 1920 movie, but it's in sound. It's still in black and white, but what they did with this one is they had a new cast, but what they did was they green screened the actors over the original set pieces, over the original backgrounds from the original film. I've never seen that done before. They said they're pretty much the first people to ever do that, and I was amazed at what they did. And the remake was actually pretty good. I actually liked the actors. If you like Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, this is one I would really recommend at least checking out. And this one, Jeremy Moods and JP actually talked about this on 22 Shots of Moods and Horror. I picked this up before I bought it, and I kind of wish I listened to the podcast before I bought this, because it's not the best movie. It's called Mr. Jones. This one's at least worth a rental, but it's not my cup of tea. It's basically a found footage movie about this couple that move into this isolated part of the desert, and basically some weird stuff happening. They find weird stuff is happening around them, and they basically find out that Mr. Jones is living around them, which is kind of in the movie this urban legend about this guy that makes these weird scarecrows. But the ending was just very weird. It sometimes stretched on too long, and yeah, I didn't enjoy this. It's worth a rental, but I really can't recommend that any more than that. And another one that Anthony sent me, I did a review on this as well. I still got to put it in the DVD case because I got to make the cover a certain format or whatever on my computer. And that is Meat Eaters. This is another Mark Polonia film, but fantastic movie. Full Moon actually is streaming this on their website, and it has Full Moon and Polonia Brothers written all over it. Basically about these bank robbers that are being chased by the police and have a hostage with them, and at the same time there's this like prehistoric beast. I don't want to call it a dinosaur, I don't remember for sure, but we'll just call it prehistoric beast going around and killing anything in sight. Really fun, cheesy one. If you're a fan of the Polonia films, then you will absolutely love this one. And the next one, Tattooed Doorman, actually told me about this, and surprisingly, it's put out by Sabrosa, and I gotta get the rest of these, but he told me, you know, this is one for you to check out, and this is American Gore Stories Volume 4, shot on video. And this is basically, I thought it was going to be documentaries at first, but there are actually 4 movies on this one. The Vicious Sweet by Ron Bank from Sabrosa, Shattered Dead by Scooter McCrae's, The Pact by Brad Skies, and Twisted Illusions by Tim Ritter. I've seen a couple of these ones. You know, they're your average shot-on-video movies, but I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for shot on video. Anything shot on video, I basically want to get in my collection. But, you know, I support Sabrosa, I support shot on video, so if you like that, definitely give it a check out. This one is by Bloody Earth Films, and I don't know, I gotta give this one another watch, but it was kinda cool, pretty gory too, and it's called Feast of Flesh. Yeah, this one was pretty interesting. These guys who win a poker game, and they get these keys to this whorehouse where these vampire girls are. I gotta give it another watch because I'm not gonna be totally honest while talking about it, but I love Bloody Earth Films, I love alternative cinema, so it's another reason why I wanted to pick it up. Let's see. Oh my god, this one I picked up. I really wanted to get into these movies, and I have one more I have to pick up, which I'm gonna get with the box set anyway. And it was for really cheap, I mean $5, I can't pass it up. And that's the Ginger Dead Man box set. And it has all 3 movies, the Ginger Dead Man, Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust, and Ginger Dead Man 3, Saturday Night Cleaver. These are just ridiculous ones. Gary Busey is in it, and it's just full moon for you. I do want to pick up Ginger Dead Man vs. Evil Bong, which I heard is really, really bad, but I'm also going to pick up Evil Bong at some point. The next one I got, like I said in this earlier, I said I picked this one up, and it's Laid to Rest. Actually a really good modern day slasher movie. I was surprised. The gore is very good, the actors are good, and the killer Chromeskull is really good. Anybody that likes modern day slasher movies, one to check out. It's pretty old too, so that is definitely one that a lot of other people will check out. I don't know, I buy things late. The next one, I've heard people say mixed reviews of this, but I thought it was pretty interesting, and it's Screen Park. Basically about, how can I say this, an amusement park that's going out of business, but the owner of it wants to keep it alive by basically having live attractions, or not live attractions, but I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I just remember it being really cool, and for anybody that likes horror movies around amusement parks, I think you'll probably like this one a lot. It's definitely worth buying on DVD. This is another one that's really worth buying on DVD. Moods talked about this a while ago, and it's called Torture Chamber. I don't remember a lot about this one. I just remember it's like kind of a group or a pact of these burn victims killing off people. Really cool though. I really like the story of this one. I just don't remember that much of it. It's been a few months since I've seen it. But if anybody likes like these movies, I guess go watch Moods' update where he talks about it, because I don't remember a whole lot about it. The next two, I got these when Jesus Turan from Slasher Video was having his $5 deal, and these were the next two I needed to fill up my collection, so I decided what the hell. And the first one I got is Splatter, The Architects of Fear. I will be doing a review on this soon, I promised Jesus, I'll get that one out. Really awesome shot-on-video documentary about making horror movies and the special effects that go into it. Really awesome stuff. At first I thought I was going to watch a movie, but then it turned into a documentary, but all good altogether. It's a slasher video for you. I support everything that he puts out, as I support all independent companies. And the last one of the slasher video line I picked up was Cinco de Mayo. Haven't seen this one yet. I've actually heard mixed things about it. It's a newer one, so who knows. But I've actually heard it sounds pretty cool. So we'll find out soon. And this one I picked up. This was pretty cheap, I remember. It is by Screen Media Films. And this is a really, really cheap DIY DIY movie. But for some reason, I actually really like it. And it's called Satan's Little Helper. The whole premise of this movie is awesome. A little kid who is obsessed with the idea of Satan finds this guy dressed in this costume that he thinks is Satan or looks more like the devil, and it ends up being this mass murderer, pretty much killing everybody one by one, and the kid acts as his helper. The only problem I have with this movie is the ending is pretty weird, but overall, pretty good modern-day slasher movie. It seems that a lot of people actually really like it. The next one, another one that Moods recommended, is actually a shot-on-video movie put out by Image, surprisingly. And this one's pretty out of print as well, and it's called Savage Harvest. Only seen part of this one. I had to go on an errand, that's why. But I remember it being about these kids basically going away, and they're at this area where it's has to do with these kind of satanic Native Americans, I believe. But I gotta give this one another watch. It's shot on video. It deserves another watch. At least I think so. The next one, these are all FYE pickups, and this one was a little more on the expensive side, $9.99, but whatever. I've been wanting to see this one for a while, and it's Session 9. Can't believe I haven't seen this. A lot of people I know put this on their most disturbing list. I'm sorry, I couldn't find anything really that disturbing about it. I thought the movie was cool, I really dug it, but it really didn't disturb me. I know a lot of people call me sometimes weird saying that certain films don't disturb me, but I'm just desensitized to a lot of this stuff. But really awesome movie. I never knew that Universal put this out, but if you like these mental asylum type movies, this is definitely one to check out. And this one, I got this for maybe $3.99, I'm not sure, but I've been wanting to get this one forever, and it's The Hills Run Red. Really, really dug this one, about this crew of people that go out to look for this lost horror movie. Really amazing idea, and at the same time there's this killer killing off people one by one. Awesome idea. Love the character of Babyface. If you like these kind of cigarette burns, going after lost movies type movies, this is one for you to check out. The next one, I only watched part of this. I hear a lot of mixed reviews of it, but it's Robert Kurtzman's The Rage. If anybody knows anything about it, let me know, but it seems pretty cool, and I actually heard it's actually a really gory movie, or at least the effects in it are pretty gross. This one, another one for $3.99 I picked up, and it's called Borderline Cult. Seems like an interesting slasher, pretty interested, and it's put out by Lionsgate, so it could be hit or miss, really. And then the last FYE pickup. I only got this because if I bought another one it would be $1, so this one I figured, you know, what the hell, seems interesting, and I remember Tyler, the Depraved Hillbilly, was talking about it, and it's called Trailer Park of Terror. It looks pretty much like this weird, cheesy, thrashy, redneck zombie movie. Anything like that I'll buy. No problem with that. This next big pile of things I got, we're almost done, by the way. The next big pile I got mainly because I wanted to complete my Ryan Dunn. I don't know why my voice is so cracky today. I wanted to complete my Ryan Dunn collection because his anniversary of his passing was a few days ago. So I figured, why not I just fill out the rest of the collection. This one, a lot of people keep saying that they don't like. I truly found it hilarious. I found it Ryan Dunn doing what he does best, and this one is Living Will. And I don't know why they put Bam on the cover of this, I guess to show best friends in a way, but it's basically about Ryan Dunn's character. In the beginning you find out that he is constipated and cannot poop. So he makes a deal with his roommate where if he doesn't poop by the time he comes back, he'll go to the hospital. He ends up dropping a little one, and it kills him. So it fast forwards to about a month, and, you know, roommates take over Dunn's room, and his best friend finds out that he came back as a ghost, and they basically live their lives as best friends, but it turns out that the roommate is actually dating Dunn's cousin, and he doesn't like that, so he starts messing around with them. Really hilarious one. It doesn't have anything to do with, you know, like Haggard or Ming Hags. Doesn't really show that kind of similarity, but it's Ryan Dunn. It's hilarious. I love it. And the next one I got, and he only has a 30-second cameo in this. That's what Moods told me. But I remember on that America Haunts Fright Tour with him and Bam Margera, he talked about him going to the Bates Haunted Hayride, and I guess they cameo in this, but it's called The Bates Haunting. If anybody knows what it is, let me know, but looks like a pretty fun haunted house slasher movie. This next one, it's actually been, I think it's been out of print for a while, but it dropped down in price recently, so I decided to grab it while I could, and it's called Halfway House Christmas. This one also has Raytheon and Evil Jared Hasselhoff in it. Seems pretty fun. Don't know much about it. I'll probably check it out at Christmas. And then the last Ryan Dunn thing, but probably the first MTV thing I have. He doesn't have much to do in this one. You could kind of see this is where he had his depressive slump, but he's trying to do his best. And that's Bam's Unholy Union. Jesus, I hate when my voice does this. Basically the kind of Viva La Bam marriage type thing where Bam's marrying Missy. Pretty weird to know that they're divorced now and Bam has another wife, but basically the same Viva La Bam shenanigans. Dunn's in probably the last 3 episodes for very small parts, and this is probably the last thing where you see Don Vito in it. Apparently he's going to be coming back in 2017. That's what I've heard from, you know, the articles on MTV. And then from Bam, he said he's never allowed to come back on film, so who knows. But if you like Bam, then you'll probably want to get this one. And that's it for the Ryan Dunn things. Now, this one, I actually have this, but the slipcover is missing, and some of the discs are defective, so I just decided why not pick it up again. And it's the Andy Milanakis show, the complete first season. This show is just so stupid, but it's so funny. I used to, and it was actually kind of a mistake for me watching this at about 4th grade because it just made me a lot more stupider. But it's, you know, it is what it is. It's stupid, but it's really funny. If you like Andy Milanakis, or if you like kind of stupid comedy skits, then this is probably one to check out. And I also picked up Season 2, which is pretty much the same thing, but done on a bigger budget. I liked it. I liked it back then, and I like it today. And finally, the last one I got this one for my father for Father's Day, and I don't know much about it, but he said he wanted it, so I picked it up for him because I'm a good son. And it's Adam 12, the complete first season. Basically this old 1960s, 1970s cop show. Don't know much about it, so if you know anything, let me know. So that was all the stuff I had for you this time, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, I'm going to try to have another update coming for you guys soon. If you like this video, definitely subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you do. Let me know what you think of some of the things I picked up. What might you recommend? I don't know. Once again, my name is Steven from Shock Extreme Productions, and until next time, see y'all later.